Hey there, film lovers. Welcome back to Quote the Film podcast. I'm your host Ben, and this is episode 2. Thanks for tuning in again. Seriously, it means the world to me that you're here for round 2 of our cinema deep dives. So today, I want to talk about something that's been keeping me up at night, and no, it's not because I was binge watching another season of something I probably shouldn't have started at 11 p.m. It's this question. Are we actually choosing the movies we watch, or are algorithms choosing them for us? I know, it sounds a bit paranoid, right? But hear me out. Think about the last movie you watched. Was it something you actively searched for, or was it sitting right there in your recommended for you section, practically begging to be clicked? Maybe it had that little 97% match badge next to it, and you thought, well, the algorithm knows me pretty well. But here's the thing that's been bugging me: what if your favorite film was essentially chosen before you even knew it existed? What if the reason you love that particular movie isn't because it genuinely resonates with your soul, but because some computer program analyzed your viewing history, your pause patterns, even how long you hovered over the thumbnail, and decided this was the perfect movie to show you? Let me break this down a bit. When Netflix launched their recommendation system back in the day, it was pretty basic. It was like, hey, you watched Terminator? You might like Terminator 2. Makes sense, right? Same franchise, similar themes. But now it's a whole different beast. Today's algorithms don't just look at what movies you've watched. They're analyzing everything, and I mean everything. How long did you take to pick something? Did you scroll past that romantic comedy 3 times before finally clicking on it? Did you pause the thriller halfway through to grab snacks, or were you glued to the screen? Did you watch the credits, or did you immediately jump to something else? And it's not just your data they're using. These systems are looking at millions of other users who have similar viewing patterns to you. They're creating these incredibly detailed profiles of what they call taste clusters. So you might be in the people who watch foreign films on Sunday afternoons and always finish superhero movies but rarely rewatch comedies cluster. That's a real thing, by the way. But here's where it gets really interesting, and kind of scary. These algorithms aren't just predicting what you might like. They're actively shaping what you think you like. It's this concept called algorithmic bias, and it works like this: if the system keeps showing you certain types of movies because you watched one similar film, you start to think you're really into that genre. I'll give you a personal example. A few months ago, I watched this random Danish crime thriller because I was bored and it had a cool poster. Pretty good movie, nothing life-changing. But suddenly, my entire Netflix homepage was flooded with Scandinavian crime dramas. Nordic noir this, Swedish detective series that. And you know what happened? I started thinking I was really into Nordic crime stories. I watched like 6 of them in 2 weeks. But then I realized something. I hadn't discovered a new passion, I'd been algorithmically nudged into a viewing pattern. The system had essentially decided I was a Nordic noir person based on one random movie choice, and I just went along with it. That's the power of these recommendation engines. They don't just show you what you like, they tell you what you like. And it's not just Netflix, obviously. Every platform has its own flavor of this. Amazon Prime tends to push you toward their original content and movies they have licensing deals for. Hulu's algorithm seems to really want you to binge-watch entire series rather than jump around between different shows. YouTube's recommendation system is probably the most aggressive. It's designed to keep you watching for as long as possible, so it tends to create these really deep rabbit holes. The really wild part is that these systems are getting so sophisticated that they're starting to influence what movies actually get made. If the algorithms are telling studios that people who like action movies also tend to watch romantic comedies between 7 and 9 p.m. on weekdays, guess what? Studios start making action rom-com hybrids specifically designed to hit that sweet spot. Think about Netflix originals for a second. Have you noticed how many of them feel like they were designed by committee to hit very specific algorithmic targets? That's because, in many cases, they literally were. Netflix has access to this incredible treasure trove of viewing data, and they use it to make content they know their algorithm will promote heavily to the right audiences. So we're not just watching movies that algorithms recommend, we're watching movies that were made specifically to be recommended by algorithms. It's this weird feedback loop where artificial intelligence is influencing human creativity, which then gets fed back into the AI system, and round we go. Now, I'm not saying this is all bad. These recommendation systems have introduced me to some genuinely great movies I never would have found otherwise. That Danish crime thriller I mentioned? Actually pretty solid. And the convenience factor is undeniable. Sometimes you just want to turn on something good without spending 20 minutes scrolling through endless options. But I think we need to be more aware of how much these systems are shaping our viewing habits. It's like having a really persuasive friend who always has opinions about what you should watch, except this friend has access to detailed psychological profiles of millions of people and is constantly experimenting with new ways to influence your choices. Actually, you know what? Let me take this a step further, because the psychology behind all of this is fascinating. These algorithms aren't just tracking what you watch, they're essentially learning how to manipulate your brain's reward systems. Every time you click on a recommendation and enjoy the movie, your brain releases a little hit of dopamine. And over time, the algorithm gets better and better at triggering that response. It's like a really sophisticated slot machine, but instead of coins, you're getting movie suggestions. And just like gambling, it can become addictive. You start to crave that feeling of finding the perfect recommendation. But here's the kicker, the algorithm is designed to keep you slightly unsatisfied, always searching for that next great movie. Because if you were completely satisfied, you might stop looking for more content to watch. So here's what I've started doing, and maybe you want to try this too. Once in a while, I completely ignore the recommendations. I'll go to a different section, maybe browse by genre or year, or I'll literally close my eyes and point at something random. Sometimes I'll ask friends for recommendations without telling them what I usually watch. Just to break out of the algorithmic bubble, you know? This makes me think about how we used to discover movies before all this algorithmic wizardry existed. Remember going to Blockbuster or your local video store? You'd walk down the aisles, maybe pick up a box because the cover art looked cool, or because it was in the staff picks section. Sometimes you'd rent something terrible, but sometimes you'd find an absolute gem that became one of your all-time favorites. And honestly, some of my best movie discoveries in the past year have come from those random, non-algorithmic choices. Turns out, when you're not being nudged in a particular direction, you might surprise yourself with what you actually enjoy. Or think about how movie recommendations worked back then. Your friend would tell you about this amazing film they saw, or you'd read a review in a magazine, or catch a trailer during another movie. There was this beautiful randomness to it. You might discover a French New Wave film because it was sitting next to the action movie you actually came to rent. There was serendipity involved. The bigger question, though, is what this means for the future of cinema. Are we heading toward a world where most movies are made by algorithms, for algorithms, with the goal of optimizing engagement metrics? Or will there always be room for the weird, unexpected, totally uncommercial films that challenge our assumptions about what we want to watch? Until next time. Keep watching, keep questioning, and keep quoting the film.